It's the Cable
I first saw them at a music festival and they kind of blew my mind. I still into Fast Bond, huh? So now the biggest ad, the biggest thing that we're missing right now is Strip Mine. Wasteland would be pretty nice too, but those are certainly the best ones. I'm gonna grab this Bristly Bill. Not a bad one for the Fast Bond deck. You don't think you know Yam? They are Doom Metal. Doom. It's very low tuning, vibrating. Recommend playing them at a loud volume if you can. Relax and soak them in. Think about the Springheart and Intuku. I think I'm gonna grab the Noble though. Very hard for me to pass a Shieldred. I love me a Shieldred. So I actually think the landscape is more important to what we're doing than the Tifa. Tifa probably wheels anyway. Hoo-ha. I have liked Lutri in this archetype. Just like copying Berserk. Just leave it fucking in its command zone unless you draw Berserk, and then it's just another way to win out of nowhere. Oddity's pretty good with Gaia's Cradle. I don't know what the odds of the Gaia's Cradle wheeling are. And then Pyrogoyf in the Commercial District are interesting. I think the Pyrogoyf's better than grabbing the Lutri or the District. The issue with Pyrogoyf in this deck is, like, currently we're not really filling up the bin, right? We're not really filling up the graveyard. Well, the Mycospawn's going to be real nice if we do get the Strip Mine. Ooh, we did get the Gaia's Cradle. So if we knew the Gaia's Cradle was coming back, we would do a couple of things different. But we still have some pretty good use for it. The Sowing Mycospawn can grab it when it's good, and then it's really good for activating Bristly Bill. Springheart's another good Cradle card. Looks like we have this archetype all to ourselves. That's nice. And why shouldn't we, huh? We took the Ice Till in the Fast Bond. Here's my favorite song about a party. Zerrinor Waiting Room? Yeah, I suppose. I'll take a Strip Mine over Zerrinor very easily. Strip Mine versus Off-Color Mox is actually close. I'm gonna grab this Death Greeter's Champion. It's not like really a landfall card, but it's sweet with Tifa, Bristly Bill, and Ursine Monstrosity. Sometimes you give this thing double strike and they just die, right? I like that Ursine Monstrosity is filling up the graveyard for the Pyrogoyf, too. That's cool. So the nice thing about the Karakas is that we do have the Mycospawn to tutor it up. And there's probably going to be other land tutors. My issue with taking Karakas is that we're not taking the Chrome Mox. One nice thing the Chrome Mox does is it gives us capable hands that don't involve Fast Bond. Where you can just, like, play a Bristly Bill turn 1 into a Monstrosity turn 2, that sort of thing. A little Rumble action. I actually like Rumble a lot with, well, a lot of this. It's filling up the graveyard for the Pyrogoyf, for the Monstrosity and such. But the Gaia's Cradle in particular, like, helps you find the Gaia's Cradle and then also gives you a creature in play for it. Nice little 1-2 punch there. I wonder if Fabled Passage is where it's at, actually, over Copperline. Fabled Passage sucks, but it is like another shitty fetch for our fetch land recursion deck, right? The issue with Cobra here is where we don't actually have that high of a curve. It would generate a lot of mana, and then like, what would we do with it, right? Activate Bristly Bill? I don't know. Thespian Stage has a pretty high ceiling here. Hello. Loot not worth splashing? Loot is worth splashing, but like, my mana base is already kind of tense just playing the red cards. If you look at what we're doing here, there's like a Crocus in here. We might be playing other colorless lands. I don't think the landscapes are actually very good for fixing. I think they're good for landfall. They're not very good for fixing. Is kind of my vibes on them. So I try not to get too greedy. It's like one more thing that can go wrong, right? And you're like engine deck that already has some fail rates. If I was playing a mid-range deck here, if I was playing like green, red mid-range, and instead of trying to do like fast spawn engine stuff, I just had like some mana dorks into like Okos and whatever, then like playing 3 colors, splashing for loot, all the sense in the world. It's a powerful card. It's good enough. Retrofitter is very slow. Well, shit, huh? Yeah, we're going to take the Mox, but we're not thrilled about it. We will get a good wheel, but it's going to be like Harmonizer or Cub, I think. We're losing the Wooded Foothills. I'm going to grab this Lumberjack, I guess. Plays well with like the Wrenn and 6 and the Ice Till. Love me a Fury. I wonder if we can afford it over the Stomping Ground here. We're not pitch casting Fury very often. But it is still just like a great card to cast, Really good one to put a Spring Heart and Tuku on. Little Fetcherooski. Channels, no help. You can take this Baloth Prime. Kind of fits what we're about. Yeah, so we didn't get a Strip Mine. We didn't even get a Wasteland. We have a few fetches, though. That's still going to work. I'm going to grab the Metamorph here, and that one plays pretty well with Pyroglyph. Love me a Tireless Tracker with Fast Spawn, but having the Dark Depths combo available, like we don't have crop rotation for it. We don't have the Elvish Land Tutor, whatever, duder. But we do have this Sowing Microspawn, so it's not crazy that we'll be able to combine them. Even just like milling with Ice Till Explorer could hypothetically combine them just naturally with the. Wow, 2 green cards disappeared. Interesting. And the Gut's still in. I didn't expect that. Could play Primetime, because Primetime tutors up the whole package. It's not crazy. Lava Spur is funny with the Depths combo. If you use Devastating Onslaught on Pyroglyph, if you made 2 copies of it and it's a 4/5, how much damage is that? It's a lot of damage. There's 3 and you're going to get 3 per Glyph. So it's going to be 24 damage before attacks. Lava Spirit does have some good targets. I kind of like playing the extra mana because we have Exploration and Fast Bond here. I guess Once Upon a Time is like sort of mana too, though. Let's play the Boots. I kind of dig the Primetime. Just like a top end thing to Green Sun for him. makes the Lumberjack make a little bit more sense. It's like right on the edge of good enough. Could got the Chariot for it. Yeah, let's do that. Chariot's good with the Guy's Cradle for sure. We'll see if this prime time has any juice left, So the Bloodstained Mire only has 3 fetchables. Kind of a huge fucking bummer, Is Safekeeper doing much? It is only protecting all of our creatures from spot removal until end of time for the low cost of 1 mana while juicing up Gaia's Cradle and having synergy with the land recursion aspects of the deck. Not keeping it, though. Ideally, we could save the Bloodstained Mire for landfall, but I don't want the Rumble to mill past my Stomping Grounds. So we're probably going to be cracking that for Stomping Grounds turn 1. Was not one of my more successful Malevolent Rumbles. 3 basics and an Orcish Lumberjack. Might have saved that for next turn. Remove a blocker, Just thinking here, we could fire off Pyroglyph and kill the curtains. And then we're chumping. Could run out the Death Critters champion, pump the Eldrazi spawn, and have a champion for next turn. It's just not there, right? This is not gonna work. They got me. Minus prime time plus Terra Sunder. Here we go. You think I should have waited a turn, jumped, seen if I could rip Metamorph? Could have done. Could play Tifa. We don't currently have any land recursion going here. I'm just gonna grab the Bailoff. Like I mentioned earlier, Bailoff doesn't really need a combo. It's a fucking 8/8 bear. Bailoff Prime out of Toxic Deluge range by nature of being a 10/10. So the game 1, they had Blightsteel. We didn't have Terra Sunder. Game 2, we have Terra Sunder. They don't have Blightsteel. How will game 3 go? This is kind of what I mean about Sheltered Landscape, just like not being good fixing. Ideally, you'd be able to keep an Exploration 3 lands on the draw. Very tempted to get Safekeeper there. Well, time to see what this sneak attack does. Is this Fiery Confluence? It is. Interesting. And they're not trying to kill the Ice Till. Okay, well. So currently taps are 5. You could, like, sack it to the Sylvan Safekeeper and then bring it back. And get, like, just, like, all more mana than God, you know? I think I'm a little better off. I don't think I need to, though. I only have 7 mana worth of shit here. He already taps for 5. We already have 7, right? So I think I'm supposed to get the Thespian stage back. Eight mana? Way more than 8 mana. Because you tap the guy's cradle for, like, what was it, 4 or 5? And then you sack it. Bring it back. Get another Insect token. Now it taps for, like, what, 5 or 6? And you can do that twice in a turn, because you get 2 landfalls with the Ice Till Explorer. So that's like a hard casting Emrakul mana. I don't know. I don't know if that's mock worthy or not, but it certainly seemed like a lot to me. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Thrill Rider 30, thanks the Sob, thanks the 50 months there, the big 5-0. Some gods only need 3 mana. Hey, that's true, that's true. Yeah, we're playing Magic the Gathering here. Nah, I talked to her, Solarium. Much less than 30 mana. Yeah, God's been mana screwed for a while now, actually. I don't think any of this does anything. I could have even, like, blocked the frog. I'm just like, no, I don't care. Whatever. Try your card. Hey. Prime time looking kind of ugly now, but maybe Ice Till will get me up there. Still need some land, Tom. We do have a couple of fetches that would work. We have, like, the bullshit fetch that gets basics, and then Bloodstained Mire has 2 fetchables in the deck. But I'd be able to go Bloodstained Mire into Ice Till into land drop. It'll get me a lot closer to this prime time. Assuming they're not dead to Tifa, huh? If that was the line. Alright, come on, deck. I'm literally just going to run out Ice Till and pass the turn. No attacks. Your turn. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Old Man Kinzer. Thanks for 69 months. Nice. Ooh, that gets their Fnatic juiced up. So now the Fnatic taps for 4. So they're up to 6 mana without a land drop. Yeah, Fnatic's sweet. Oh, can we get dueling prime times? We'll see. No, they're gonna kill it with the fucking Cobra. God damn it. God damn it. So close. Well, Metamorph off the top would be kind of hot, Just Metamorph there, prime time. Is Green Sun Zenith helpful? I feel like it's not. Green Sun's mostly here to grab Explorer. So we could go get Bill. Fetch, stack the triggers, so this would be 3 power, and gets doubled up to 6. Got them down to 12. The issue is it doesn't advance me, huh? It doesn't get me up to prime time. Could get... Just go grab the bear, which I don't love. Tifa would have been attacking as a 64 power creature. Yeah, they really needed the removal spell there, huh? But they had it. We did it? Not really. I think I actually have more outs if they take the 6. And then I chump and then I rip Metamorph for their prime time. Deceptively close little game there. Considering boarding in the Gal Blast and Pyrokinesis. Opponent doing what we want to do? They didn't really. I guess they got Ice Till down at the very end. What are the odds to be a hard cast this Pyrokinesis? So his exploration's like a little bit useless. I guess it could let me turn 2 Pyroglyph. Yeah, Metamorph and Pyroglyph are very good together. So hopefully we can get land number 4 here. Exploration, literally not ramping me even a little bit. But it'll be good to have in play if I do top deck Ren in 6 or something later. Or Ice Till. Oh shit, what up? Hey, done the math. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for 26 months there. I want to get the Gal Blast in the bin before the Ursine serves, huh? Ren 6 being able to read my lands is good. The Bloodstained Mire is cached. That's done, but that Fabled Passage has some juice left in it. Alright, I guess I just do that. Well, those games weren't very close, were they? I didn't even get a chance to metamorph my Pyroglyph. That was going to be a lot of damage. You would have down-ticked the Ren on the Lotus Cobra. Yeah, so the Gal Blast isn't doing anything in my hand. This converted it to damage and then also helped me get rolling, Nice. That's a good rip. Could rumble. Could just play Monstrosity. If you rumble, you have to then sack the token to play the Monstrosity. So it's just like a free impulse. Maybe that's good. A lot of options here. Actually, I think about dashing the champion. Monstrosity becomes 1, 2, 3, 7, 14 damage plus 4 damage. If they take it, they go to 2 life. Could actually mill a land, and then they have to chump or trade with the Death Greeter, huh? Oh, we did it. Yeah, they literally have to trade with the Death Greeter here, or they just die. And they're down to 4 anyway. Next turn, I think I crack Fabled Passage, play the Ice Till off that 4 mana, and then Gaia's Cradle taps for 3, so I can bring back another land, play the Microspawn, go get Thespian Stage, set up Depths the turn after, maybe. Ten at ya. Yeah, they would have had to block with their entire board, and they didn't want to do that. So they just block with a 6er, then there's 4 trampling over. Yeah, the Primetime hasn't had a chance to shine. The boots were close. The boots were close to doing something. So if you run out the Lumberjack turn 1, you can then turn 2 the Baloth Prime. I think what I want to do here is actually play the Noble. And then turn 2, I can Rumble plus Lumberjack. And then play Baloth Prime into Lumberjack sack and start producing immediately. How's everyone's Friday going? It's starting to get chilly out where I'm at. Not like chilly, but it's like in the 60s now. Brisk. Had to fill up the car tires today. You love the chill? It's kind of pleasant, Tom. The space of time before the blistering cold. Sure. They're all kind of good. Is like 40 there in the morning. You have the kitchen window open. Cold as fuck waking up. Oh, yeah. I had my heater go out once in the middle of the winter, and I woke up and it was like 40-some degrees inside my house. That was an unpleasant way to wake up for sure. I believe Lumberjack lets you split it, unlike Black Lotus. But then I think we just kind of let them kill the Wren if they want. Yeah, it doesn't matter, right? Big turn 4. Hey, not bad, huh? think Chariot's probably better than Primetime in this matchup. Because they're all interacting with my stuff, you know, trying to slow me down. Chariot's a pretty good one to put in front of Adeline. Oh my god, Duffy. My god. Now our question is, do we trade the Lumberjack if they offer? I don't know. Doesn't look like they're going to offer. A little rude. Oh, this is Rip Thespian stage, huh? Just make a 20/20 on turn 2. No, my Thespian stage! Although, now that it's in my graveyard, like a Ren and 6 could rebuy it for me, And we have the Green Sun for the other duder that could rebuy it. Probably more likely to combo with the stage in my graveyard than in my deck somewhere. I guess Myco Spawn can't grab it now. Yeah, it's not exiled by the Ragavan. That's a good point. The land drop means that a Red and 6, I'd be able to rebuy the stage and make the 20/20 the same turn. Even if we lose our Tifa here. This game's a good example of, like, the hit or miss quality of Gaia's Cradle, Sometimes it can be a real liability. They do play Brazen Borrower, so Depth's combo may or may not actually be good. That's a troll, alright. Yeah, I don't think there's any live draws. To game 3 we go. Is the troll enough reason to bring in Curator? Do we think they're reanimating at all? Meh, not really. I'm gonna bring in Chariot again, like I was talking about. I think those boots should probably be Curator, actually. Oh my god. This exploration's just flailing around. Yeah, the issue with this hand is that, like I mentioned, they actually play Brazen Borrower, so it just might not be good, right? Let's send it back. Okay. Yeah, I almost been the Gaia's Cradle instead of the Red and 6. But the hand is so good with Gaia's Cradle, right? Like, if shit just gets to work. Like, we can go turn 2 Bristly Bill, Gaia's Cradle, get a landfall trigger, play Malevolent Rumble. Okay, well, we can't do that anymore. We're a little low on cards here, but the dream would be to, like, use Harmonizer to make that frog just fucking insanely large, right? Oh shit, what up? Hey Spawn, thanks for $4.20. They've got a lot of mana open. Hey Kevin, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 61 months there. Maybe Bill should be pumping the 4-4. Obviously they've got something, right? Interesting little spot there. Is Gruul really good in this cube, or do I just like it? Gruul's solid. Gruul's certainly better than it was in the last. I wouldn't say so. The last cube, quote unquote, season was like very similar to this. They just added a few the new cards from Omen Paths or whatever. So it's weird to talk about it in terms of seasons. Let's see what Spawn wants to listen to. But there was a few seasons in a row where it was not especially playable. And now I can't actually play this Ice Till. Then I had to choose between the 4th land to play the Ice Till or like something that would actually combine with the Ice Till. Pretty rough. How do I feel about this red-green archetype versus red-green historically? I mean, green decks were stone unplayable for a little bit. It was bad. It was just like always open. It's still open a lot, but at least you can like trophy with it. If the deck is like open and nobody else is drafting with it, you should be able to consistently like 2-1 or 3-0 with it. And that wasn't the case for the longest time. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Seymour 569. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for 37 months. Well, there's the Thespian stage. If we can somehow avoid losing our Ice Till Explorer, could be alright. Fucking A. Yeah, Psychic Frog in a deck that just, like, can play all removal spells and force it through and stuff. Pretty messed up card. Definitely did a good job of preventing me from doing the thing,